Good people often wonder, why do bad people seem to get rich and succeed? We see it everywhere. The ruthless rise to power, the greedy accumulate wealth, and those who cut corners get ahead. And it's frustrating. It's disheartening. But today, I want to challenge the way we see success. Because real success isn't just about money or power, it's about legacy, it's about impact, it's about playing the infinite game, not just winning the short-term battles. Yes, bad people may get rich. Yes, they may seem to succeed, but at what cost? What do they leave behind? And more importantly, how do we, the ones who believe in integrity, purpose, and meaning, thrive in a world that often rewards the opposite? Let's redefine success. Let's reframe the way we think, because in the end, it's not just about getting ahead. It's about leading a life that truly matters. Success is often measured in wealth, power, and status, but the real question is whether that success is sustainable. Many people who cut corners, exploit others, or operate with a win-at-all-costs mentality may rise quickly, but their success is often fragile. They focus on immediate gains, making decisions that provide instant rewards, but fail to consider the long-term consequences. This approach creates the illusion of success, but beneath the surface, it is built on unstable foundation. When people chase short-term wins, they often sacrifice relationships, trust, and reputation. They may manipulate, deceive, or push ethical boundaries to get ahead, but every action has consequences. The success that is built on dishonesty or exploitation is like a house of cards, one strong wind and it collapses. The people who were used, manipulated, or harmed in the process eventually catch on, and when that happens, the power and wealth accumulated begin to erode. Customers leave, employees disengage, partnerships fall apart, and the very foundation that once held their success together starts to crumble. On the other hand, long-term success is built with patience, integrity, and a focus on sustainable growth. It is not about winning a single battle, but about staying in the game for the long haul. This kind of success may not come as quickly, but it lasts. People who focus on the long term prioritize relationships, trust, and value creation over short-term profits. They understand that real wealth is not just measured in money, but in the impact they have, the reputation they build, and the legacy they leave behind. When success is built on strong principles, it can withstand challenges. Companies that prioritize ethical leadership, employee well-being, and customer satisfaction may take longer to grow, but their growth is sustainable. They create loyalty, inspire commitment, and foster environments where people want to contribute. Their decisions are guided by long-term vision rather than immediate rewards, which allows them to navigate difficulties without compromising their values. The problem with short-term success is that it is inherently unstable. It often relies on tactics that may work in the moment, but cannot sustain growth over time. People who take shortcuts may see immediate financial gains, but they constantly have to look over their shoulders, worrying about exposure, legal consequences, or loss of credibility. In contrast, those who build success on a foundation of trust and ethical decision-making do not have to worry about being caught in deception or losing everything when the tide turns. Their work speaks for itself, and their reputation protects them even in difficult times. Some of the most successful people and businesses in history have demonstrated the power of long-term thinking. They invest in people, build strong relationships, and focus on delivering real value rather than chasing quick wins. They understand that the real goal is not to get rich fast, but to create something meaningful that can stand the test of time. These individuals and organizations may not experience rapid success, but their growth is steady and their impact is undeniable. Bad people may get rich quickly, but they often struggle to maintain that wealth. They may need to constantly manipulate, deceive, or overpower others to stay ahead. This creates a cycle of instability, stress, and insecurity. They may have financial success, but they rarely experience true fulfillment or peace of mind. The pursuit of short-term success keeps them trapped in a game where they are always looking for the next opportunity to exploit, never truly building something that lasts. Long-term success, on the other hand, creates stability and peace of mind. It allows individuals to build reputations that open doors rather than close them. It fosters trust that brings opportunities rather than limits them. It enables people to lead with confidence rather than fear. When success is achieved through integrity and a long-term vision, it does not require constant scheming or deception to maintain. Instead, it becomes a natural result of the value that has been consistently created over time. The choice between short-term success and long-term impact is one that everyone must make. It may be tempting to take shortcuts, chase quick money, or compromise ethics for immediate gains, but those decisions come with a cost. Sustainable success requires patience, discipline, and a commitment to principles that may not always lead to the fastest results, but will always lead to the strongest foundations. Trust is the foundation of all meaningful relationships, whether in business, leadership, or personal life. It cannot be bought, forced, or faked for long. It must be earned through consistent actions, transparency, and a commitment to integrity. While bad people may find temporary success through manipulation, deception, or power plays, their lack of trustworthiness ultimately limits their potential. People may fear them, work for them out of necessity, or tolerate them for personal gain, but they do not truly follow them. Trust is what separates those who lead with influence from those who simply hold power. Integrity is not about perfection, but about consistency between words and actions. People look for alignment between what someone says and what they do. The moment a person's actions contradict their words, trust begins to erode. Leaders who make promises but fail to keep them, who preach ethics but engage in dishonesty, or who demand loyalty but betray others will eventually face consequences. People remember broken promises. They recognize patterns of behavior. Even if dishonesty brings short-term gains, it always comes at the cost of long-term credibility. Trust is a currency far more valuable than money. It opens doors, creates opportunities, and builds strong networks of support. Those who prioritize integrity find that they do not need to constantly prove themselves or defend their reputation. Their actions speak for them. A person known for honesty and reliability does not have to convince others to believe in them. People trust them because they have shown time and time again that their word carries weight. This trust leads to deeper relationships, long-term partnerships, and the kind of loyalty that cannot be bought. In contrast, those who operate without integrity find themselves in a constant battle to maintain their position. They may gain influence through fear or manipulation, but these tactics do not create lasting loyalty. People may work for them, do business with them, or associate with them out of necessity, but they will leave the moment they find a better option. The foundation of their success is weak because it is built on tactics rather than principles. The moment they lose control, their influence fades and the people around them move on. One of the most overlooked aspects of trust is its compounding effect. Just as bad actions accumulate and eventually lead to downfall, good actions build upon each other and create a strong foundation over time. Small acts of honesty, fairness, and responsibility add up. Every time a person does the right thing, even when it is difficult, they reinforce their reputation. People begin to associate them with reliability and integrity, which makes them a natural choice for leadership, investment, or collaboration. Over time, this trust turns into influence that is not dependent on force or manipulation, but on genuine respect. Another key element of trust is transparency. People do not expect perfection, but they do expect honesty. When leaders are open about challenges, admit mistakes, and take responsibility for their actions, they strengthen trust rather than weaken it. The ability to own up to failures and make things right is a sign of true strength. It shows that a person values relationships and reputation more than ego. In contrast, those who hide the truth, shift blame, or cover up mistakes may avoid immediate consequences, but they create an environment of doubt and suspicion. People may not always voice their concerns, but they notice when honesty is lacking. Trust also has a direct impact on performance and results. Teams that operate in high-trust environments are more productive, creative, and committed. When people trust their leaders, they do not waste energy questioning motives or protecting themselves from potential betrayal. Instead, they focus on their work with confidence, knowing that they are valued and supported. This leads to better collaboration, higher engagement, and a sense of shared purpose. In contrast, low-trust environments breed anxiety, competition, and disengagement. People become more concerned with self-preservation than with contributing to something meaningful. Success is often viewed as a race with a finish line, where the goal is to win as quickly as possible. This mindset leads many to chase short-term victories, focusing on immediate results rather than long-term impact. However, true success is not about reaching a final destination, but about staying in the game for as long as possible. The most influential leaders, businesses, and individuals understand that the game of success is infinite. They do not measure their progress by short-term wins, but by their ability to adapt, grow, and continue playing. An infinite mindset requires a shift in perspective. Instead of focusing solely on quarterly profits, rapid career advancements, or short-term gains, those who play the infinite game prioritize endurance, stability, and long-term value. They make decisions that may not provide immediate rewards but strengthen their position over time. This approach allows them to remain relevant, resilient, and adaptable in a world that constantly changes. They understand that success is not about beating the competition in a single moment, but about building something that outlasts temporary victories. The problem with a finite mindset is that it encourages short-sighted decisions. People who view success as a limited game often resort to tactics that prioritize immediate gain at the expense of long-term sustainability. They may cut ethical corners, exploit relationships, or chase trends without considering the broader consequences. While these actions may lead to quick wins, they ultimately weaken the foundation of their success. The moment circumstances change, those who played for short-term victories find themselves unprepared, struggling to maintain their position. In contrast, those who embrace an infinite mindset build for longevity. They invest in relationships, culture, and trust, knowing that these are the factors that ensure continued success. They do not measure their worth by a single achievement, but by their ability to keep growing, evolving, and contributing over time. This mindset is what separates those who experience fleeting success from those who leave a lasting legacy. The most respected leaders and organizations are not the ones who won the most battles in the shortest time, but the ones who endured, adapted, and remained impactful across generations. One of the key aspects of playing the infinite game is resilience. Setbacks, failures, and unexpected challenges are inevitable, but those who think long-term do not see them as the end. They see them as part of a journey, using each obstacle as an opportunity to learn and improve. Instead of viewing failure as a reason to quit, they treat it as a stepping stone toward greater achievements. This ability to persist through difficulties is what allows them to remain relevant even when others fade away. Adaptability is another crucial component of an infinite mindset. The world is constantly changing, and those who refuse to evolve risk becoming obsolete. Many businesses and individuals have fallen because they clung to outdated strategies, unwilling to adjust to new realities. Those who succeed in the long run are those who embrace change, seek innovation, and remain open to new ideas. They understand that maintaining success is not about rigidly sticking to past methods, but about continuously refining their approach to stay ahead. The infinite game is not about outpacing others, but about outlasting them. While short-term thinkers may focus on crushing the competition, long-term thinkers understand that success is not a zero-sum game. They focus on creating value rather than simply outperforming others. They collaborate, build meaningful relationships, and contribute to something bigger than themselves. This approach not only ensures longevity, but also fosters a reputation that attracts the right people, opportunities, and support. Another important aspect of playing the infinite game is prioritizing purpose over immediate rewards. People and organizations that thrive over time have a clear sense of why they do what they do. They are not just chasing profits, promotions, or prestige. They are driven by a deeper mission. This purpose fuels their motivation, keeps them grounded during challenges, and ensures that their work remains meaningful. When individuals and businesses operate with a strong sense of purpose, they inspire trust, loyalty, and long-term commitment from those around them. Short-term wins can be exciting, but they are not a true measure of success. Many individuals and companies have risen quickly only to disappear just as fast. Those who focus only on winning in the moment often burn out, damage relationships, or make decisions that ultimately hurt their future. On the other hand, those who take a long-term approach build reputations, partnerships, and strategies that allow them to keep moving forward. They understand that success is not a sprint, but a marathon, one that requires patience, strategy, and a commitment to continuous growth. Sustainable success requires a mindset that goes beyond immediate gratification. It demands discipline, vision, and the ability to think beyond short-term results. Those who embrace the infinite game recognize that the goal is not to win quickly, but to build something that endures. They are not distracted by fleeting victories or temporary setbacks because they are focused on the bigger picture. This perspective allows them to remain steady, make wiser decisions, and create lasting impact in their fields. Success is often equated with wealth, power, and status, but these external markers do not guarantee fulfillment. Many people who achieve financial success still find themselves feeling empty, unfulfilled, or disconnected. This happens because material achievements alone do not provide a deep sense of purpose or meaning. True fulfillment comes from aligning success with values, integrity, and a greater sense of contribution. When people chase money without considering purpose, they may accumulate wealth but still feel dissatisfied. Ethical success is different because it is built on principles that go beyond personal gain. It involves creating value, making a positive impact, and building relationships based on trust and respect. When success is earned ethically, it brings not just financial rewards, but also a sense of pride and fulfillment. People who achieve success through honest work, ethical leadership, and meaningful contributions experience deeper satisfaction because they know their success is not built at the expense of others. The pursuit of wealth without ethics often leads to a cycle of dissatisfaction. Many individuals who achieve financial success through questionable means constantly seek more, believing that the next achievement, purchase, or deal will bring the fulfillment they lack. However, no amount of money can replace the sense of integrity that comes from knowing one's success was achieved the right way. Wealth gained unethically often comes with stress, paranoia, and the fear of being exposed. Instead of bringing peace, it creates anxiety and a never-ending need to prove oneself. On the other hand, when people achieve success by staying true to their values, they experience a sense of inner peace. They do not have to look over their shoulders, worry about deception catching up with them, or question whether their success is sustainable. They can take pride in their accomplishments, knowing they have made a positive impact on others. This kind of success fosters long-term well-being, confidence, and a deep sense of purpose. Relationships are another key factor in fulfillment. People who prioritize ethics in their success journey build strong, lasting relationships based on trust and mutual respect. These connections create a sense of belonging and support, which contributes to overall happiness. Those who prioritize wealth over integrity often find themselves surrounded by transactional relationships, connections based on what they can offer rather than genuine bonds. This leads to isolation, as they may struggle to find people who truly care about them beyond their financial status. Ethical success also allows individuals to leave a meaningful legacy. While money and power may fade, the impact one has on others remains. People who build their success on integrity inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond their immediate achievements. Leaders who uplift their teams, businesses that prioritize ethical practices, and individuals who contribute to their communities leave behind something greater than material wealth. They leave a legacy of trust, inspiration, and positive change. Another important aspect of ethical success is the alignment between personal values and professional actions. Many people feel a sense of internal conflict when their actions do not align with their core beliefs. They may achieve financial success, but if they have to compromise their values to do so, they experience a disconnect that leads to dissatisfaction. When success is achieved in alignment with personal values, it creates a sense of authenticity and fulfillment that external achievements alone cannot provide. Ethical success also fosters a sense of contribution. People naturally seek meaning in their work and lives, and one of the most powerful sources of fulfillment is knowing that one's efforts have made a difference. Whether through leadership, innovation, or service to others, success that contributes positively to society brings deeper satisfaction. This sense of contribution provides motivation, resilience, and a lasting sense of accomplishment that material wealth alone cannot offer. In contrast, those who prioritize money over meaning often find themselves trapped in a cycle of chasing more without ever feeling truly satisfied. They may reach financial milestones, but quickly realize that each new level of wealth does not bring the happiness they expected. This leads to a constant search for external validation, competition with others, and an inability to appreciate what they have achieved. Without a sense of purpose, even the greatest financial success can feel hollow. Integrity in success also creates freedom. People who achieve wealth through ethical means do not have to worry about losing their credibility, reputation, or peace of mind. They are free to enjoy their success without fear of being exposed or losing everything due to unethical decisions. This freedom allows them to focus on growth, creativity, and making a positive impact rather than constantly managing the consequences of questionable actions. Leadership is not about authority, control, or financial success alone. It is about influence, the ability to inspire and guide others, and the impact one has on the people they lead. True leadership is not determined by title or status, but by the trust, respect, and loyalty one earns. Many people who rise to power through manipulation, fear, or self-serving tactics may appear successful in the short term, but their influence is fragile. People may comply with their demands, but they do not follow them out of inspiration or belief. Influence is built on trust, and trust is earned through consistent actions, integrity, and a commitment to others. Leaders who genuinely care about their people, act with honesty, and prioritize the well-being of those they serve create lasting influence. People follow them not because they are forced to, but because they want to. They respect their leader's vision, believe in their values, and feel a sense of loyalty. This kind of leadership is sustainable and leads to long-term success, both for the leader and those they guide. Leaders who focus only on personal gain often fail to build true influence. They may command obedience, but they do not inspire trust. People may do what is required to keep their jobs or maintain stability, but they do not invest their hearts and minds in the leader's vision. Without real commitment from their team or followers, these leaders struggle to maintain power. The moment a better opportunity arises, their followers leave, their influence diminishes, and their success fades. Servant leadership is one of the most powerful forms of influence. When a leader prioritizes the needs of their people, they create an environment where trust, loyalty, and dedication thrive. A servant leader does not see leadership as a position of privilege, but as a responsibility. They focus on empowering others, providing guidance, and creating opportunities for growth. This approach builds deep and lasting relationships, ensuring that the leader's influence extends far beyond their immediate authority. Leaders who prioritize influence over control understand that their success is not measured by their personal achievements alone, but by the success of those they lead. They invest in the development of others, mentor their teams, and create cultures of collaboration and trust. They recognize that their role is not to dictate, but to support, guide, and inspire. This form of leadership leads to greater innovation, stronger teams, and long-term organizational stability. One of the key traits of influential leaders is their ability to listen. Instead of making decisions based solely on their own perspectives, they seek input from others, value diverse viewpoints, and remain open to feedback. This creates a culture where people feel heard, valued, and motivated to contribute. When people believe that their voices matter, they become more engaged, take greater ownership of their work, and actively support the leader's vision. The best leaders also lead by example. They do not just talk about values, integrity, or hard work. They demonstrate these qualities in their actions. Their consistency builds credibility, showing others that they can be trusted. When leaders act with integrity, they inspire those around them to do the same. This creates a ripple effect, strengthening the culture of an organization or community and reinforcing ethical behavior at all levels. In contrast, leaders who demand trust without earning it, who say one thing but do another, or who use fear as a tool for control, create environments of distrust and disengagement. Their followers may comply outwardly, but internally they are disengaged, unmotivated, and always looking for an exit. These leaders may appear powerful, but their influence is weak because it is based on authority rather than respect. Another important aspect of influence is emotional intelligence. Great leaders understand not just strategies and operations, but also people. They recognize emotions, understand motivations, and know how to communicate in ways that resonate with others. They do not just give orders, they connect with their teams, understand their challenges, and provide the support needed to overcome obstacles. This emotional awareness strengthens relationships and deepens influence. Trustworthy and ethical leaders also know the importance of consistency. People do not trust leaders who are unpredictable, unreliable, or inconsistent in their values. When a leader's words and actions align over time, people learn that they can depend on them. This reliability fosters long-term loyalty and commitment, ensuring that people stand by them even in difficult times. Leaders who build influence rather than simply seeking power also leave a lasting impact. Their legacy is not just in the financial results they achieve, but in the people they inspire, the cultures they create, and the positive change they drive. They understand that true success in leadership is not about how much they can take, but how much they can give. They prioritize long-term vision over short-term wins, knowing that real influence lasts far beyond their time in a leadership role. Organizations, businesses, and movements thrive when they are led by individuals who prioritize influence over control. People naturally gravitate toward leaders who make them feel valued, who inspire confidence, and who lead with a sense of purpose. These leaders create environments where people do their best work, where teams are motivated, and where long-term success is not just possible, but inevitable. They understand that leadership is not about ruling over people, but about serving them in a way that brings out their best. The true measure of success is not in how much one accumulates, but in the impact one leaves behind. Many people chase wealth, status, and power, believing that these things define their legacy. However, money fades, positions change, and recognition is temporary. What truly lasts is the way one influences others, the values they uphold, and the contributions they make to society. A lasting legacy is built not on financial success alone, but on integrity, purpose, and the positive changes one brings to the world. A meaningful legacy is created through actions, not words. People remember those who inspired them, supported them, and led with authenticity. They do not remember someone simply for being rich or powerful, but for the way they treated others and the difference they made. A leader's legacy is defined by how they uplifted people, how they handled challenges, and how they stayed true to their principles. Those who achieve success by compromising their values may enjoy temporary rewards, but their reputation often fades once they are gone. One of the key aspects of leaving a lasting legacy is contribution. The most respected and admired individuals are those who gave more than they took. They invested in others, shared knowledge, and used their success to benefit the greater good. Whether in business, leadership, or personal life, those who prioritize contribution over self-interest build reputations that endure. People remember generosity, kindness, and mentorship far more than they remember wealth alone. The greatest legacies belong to those who made a lasting impact on people's lives. Mentorship is another essential part of creating a meaningful legacy. True leaders do not just focus on their own success, they help others rise with them. They share their experiences, offer guidance, and create opportunities for others to grow. Mentorship ensures that wisdom, values, and knowledge are passed on to future generations. The most influential figures in history are not just those who achieved greatness themselves, but those who inspired and nurtured greatness in others. A strong legacy is one that continues long after an individual is gone, carried forward by those they mentored. Integrity plays a crucial role in defining a person's legacy. A reputation built on honesty, fairness, and ethical behavior is one that lasts. Those who achieve success through manipulation, dishonesty, or selfishness may enjoy temporary gains, but their legacy is often tarnished. People remember how they were treated, and history tends to judge individuals not by their wealth, but by their character. Integrity ensures that success is respected, that achievements are admired, and that one's name is associated with positive contributions rather than controversy. A lasting legacy is also shaped by how one responds to challenges. Everyone faces obstacles, failures, and difficult decisions, but those who handle adversity with grace and resilience leave an impact beyond their personal success. Leaders who admit mistakes, learn from failures, and continue to push forward inspire others to do the same. The ability to persevere through setbacks and maintain one's values in tough times is what separates those who are merely successful from those who are truly great. The relationships one builds throughout life contribute significantly to the legacy they leave. Genuine connections based on trust, respect, and mutual support create lasting impressions. People remember those who stood by them, who offered encouragement, and who made them feel valued. The most enduring legacies are those built on strong relationships, where people continue to share stories, lessons, and inspiration from someone's life long after they are gone. The impact of a person's relationships often outlives their material accomplishments. Impacting society in a meaningful way is another way to create a legacy that lasts. Whether through philanthropy, innovation, or social change, those who use their success to improve the world around them are remembered for generations. Some of the most influential figures in history are not remembered for their wealth, but for how they used their resources and influence to drive change. Their contributions to education, healthcare, human rights, or environmental efforts leave marks that extend far beyond their personal success.